Can you guys hear me now? Remove that. Can you hear me now? Everyone hear me now? All right, perfect, perfect. I guess I should turn my mic on a little sooner. All right. I was trying to work my mic out, but I had a little malfunction. All right, so I'll go ahead and repeat what I was just saying, basically. But I was saying that this live is about the Capitol Hill breach. There's people entering the White House and the aftermath of what's going on, and why I feel it's important for the African community, whether you are on the continent or in the diaspora, why we should be self-sufficient and have our own system of self-sustainability. So I'm going to get into it now. As I was saying before, is my reaction to the situation that happened on Capitol Hill is like I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised at the same time. I'm shocked that civilians were able. I'm a former soldier, first of all, and civilians were able to breach the most secure place in the United States of America, as if it was nothing, as if that was one of the places that you can just walk into like it's a corner store. And it really bothers me because I know a lot of veterans out there who have went through the sacrifice and have volunteered their lives for the service of their nation, just to watch something like this happen on the news and to see that the reaction is pretty much it was pretty much a lack of a response by police. And if anything, from the videos that I've seen so far, I'm seeing that people were actually let right in by the police. Police were there taking selfies and other things like that. But I'm not going to get into the whole details of it because these stories are developing and this stuff is still emerging. But I want to talk to you guys about why it's important to be self-sufficient and have our own systems of self-sustainability, because these control systems are starting to tear apart, and it's time for our communities to start really sticking together and really developing our own community, basically. And we need to have our own systems of protection and our own systems of sustainability, as far as getting our own food sources, our own water sources, any kind of materials that we need, minerals that we need, all those things. Everything that needs to be done for our people literally needs to be done by our people. And if any of you guys know me, if any of you guys watching any of my videos, you know that I'm a follower of Marcus Garvey. It's where I get my name from. So I really do believe that it's time for Black people to really start changing their behaviors and habits, because these things are being exposed, more and more every day. And I'm really not the kind of guy who talks about these things on my social media platforms. I don't talk about the stuff on YouTube because I'm more into showing people information that you can benefit from, to progress in the future. I really don't like to discuss this stuff because we can talk about it, for hours and hours. But I want to say something now so everybody understands where I stand at this in this situation, because I really don't I really don't understand why so many of our people still haven't realized, the direction that this country is going in, or that country is going in, and why it's important for us to establish allied nations, outside of the Americas, and why we need to establish major communities outside of the Americas that are sustainable communities. You understand? So what I want to be working on in the next, I'm starting this year actually, and in the next upcoming years, is working more directly with other African Americans who return back to Africa, so we can start establishing our own network in our own communities to be able to take care of one another, because these type of things really expose that when the control systems in America start to break down and it starts to collapse. I mean, where are you guys going to get your food from? Where are you guys going to get your water from? Where are you guys going to get your power from? Those are the questions that I'm asking myself now, and it's all the more reason why I chose to come out here, because it's so much easier to be sustainable here. I can get my own solar panels and be completely dependent on solar panels if I want to. I can get my own rainwater tanks and be completely dependent of my own water sources if I want to, or I can buy land near water sources to where, once again, I'm completely dependent on that. I don't have to depend on any kind of government control system here if I don't want to, basically. So in America, it's not really like that for a lot of people, and it's really difficult seeing all this stuff that's going on, and knowing that my family is there, and some friends are there, and people that I do associate myself with, and it's like many of them don't have passports and they don't have easy access to just get out of there. And if they did get out of there, where are they going to go? You understand? So I really would like for people to start taking their own personal safety and their own future, more seriously as far as what's going on in this country. Like, I really don't think it's a joke anymore at this point. And if you guys continue to behave like it's going to be a joke, then you're just going to get caught up in the aftermath of what's going on. I don't believe that this new presidency is going to bring in new or better things. I honestly think that things are going to get a little bit worse before they get better, because white supremacy is really showing its colors, and it's showing that if they're that bold to walk into the White House and take over the White House while Congress members are there and all this other stuff that happened, whether they had weapons or not, if they were that bold to do it without weapons, imagine what they would do with weapons. And that's just my way of thinking. You understand? Now, everything I'm saying is my own opinion and what I've read off of the internet and what I've seen off of like different internet sources as far as these people breaching the White House and whatnot. But that's why I'm not going to get too detailed into it, because I still don't know every single detail about it, because I saw what was going on afterwards. I didn't see the lives. So I'm trying to find these videos, but they're actually being pulled off the internet. I have a few websites that I go to find like these videos, the raw, unedited versions of them, but the websites aren't even posting right now. So that tells me that they're probably censoring these websites, so they don't want this stuff to get out there. So all I can do is depend on anybody who sends me any information or post it on Facebook or Instagram or something like that. But moving right along from that, once again, continue talking about self-sustainability here in Africa. Well, here in Uganda in particular. Now that I have my work permit, I'm going to go ahead and start getting into my business and everything now. I have to register a business pretty soon, but aside from that, I have to put all that on hold until after the elections, because the election is going to determine for me my future here in Uganda as far as what's going to happen. Because this will be my first time being in Uganda during this kind of time, or being in Africa during this kind of time. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and see how it plays out, and then afterwards, then I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about the future of my YouTube channel and my businesses and things like that. But aside from that, I'm already sustained. Like, I have enough food to last for a while. I have enough water to last for a while. We actually have, I don't know how many liters this tank is. Probably like 1,000 liter tank. It's full of rainwater. I got plenty of food in the house, plenty of Irish potatoes. Like, I'm pretty good. So I'll be stocked up for the next couple of weeks, and I'll just be here. But I know that if I was in America, I wouldn't have been able to do that the way I wanted to. I'd probably have to do one or the other, like have a lot of water or get a bunch of canned food, or whatever the case may be. But the environment of elections is a little bit different over there in the West than it is here, though it's starting to become parallel, in many aspects, because of all this violence and riots and protests. So I was gonna pass over to another country, Kenya in particular, but I decided not to. I decided to go ahead and stay, because I had to prioritize my money for other things, to go ahead and get my business things out of the way first. So once I did all that, I'm good now. I'm hunkered down. I got friends and family who are nearby, so we'll be sticking together. And we actually created a little bit of a network. So if anything were to happen, they know where to go, and I know where to go, and we know what to do to keep ourselves safe and protected, basically. It's not going to be like last time, where it was just basically a lack of information, and I got caught up in everything that was going on. So now I have a better method of gathering my information, getting live updates on all the situations that are happening. So that's one of the things that I wanted to mention again, is that, guys, when you come out here, you guys definitely make sure you get connected. I do realize that a lot of people have hit me up in this recent time. People have emailed me or DM me on Instagram, and I've tried to do my best to get back to you guys. A lot of times, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna be able to meet up with many of you, only for the fact that it's other business that I'm trying to get out of the way first. So I have to prioritize my business. So if you feel some type of way that I wasn't able to meet up with you, I apologize, but it is what it is. You understand? So other than that, we do stay connected. Like the other subscriber of mine, Novella, I stay connected with her. I hit her up every now and then, check on her. There are a few other subscribers that I also check on Instagram as well. So I'm trying to establish that kind of network or that kind of rapport with people, so that they understand that, we are connected out here. I might not have everything, I might not be able to see you in person, but at least we have a way of communicating, and I can at least point you in the right direction. So, guys, I think that we should have those same channels. If we already have those channels, I'm going to start looking into it and seeing how we can improve it to make it a better thing or something, so all of us can become more connected, especially here, us diasporans here on the continent, because it's a lot going on the continent right now in many different countries, though most media doesn't really talk about it, and a lot of times we can't really talk about it so much. We can't really elaborate on too many details. People like me and other YouTubers, we try to put that information out there as much as we can. Also we have to be safe and we have to consider our own safety. So just you have to bear with us, and we'll get the information out, as best as possible. But to mention on this information is what I'm talking about here in Uganda is, elections is 4 days away. And like I said, I have to establish those connections and those networks with people to make sure that it's going to be safe here. It's kind of like living back home in Virginia when it's a hurricane coming. You got to, get ready and whatnot. And just make sure you're in a safe place or a safe position, for the hurricane to pass and whatnot. So I'm not really trying to compare this election to a hurricane, but from what happened last time, just got to be careful. That's all. But I just wanted to mention that to you guys. I'm gonna read some of these comments and I'm gonna close this video out in a few minutes. If there's any questions that anybody wants to ask me, now's the time to do so. If not, you can always just DM me on Instagram, or you can just DM me, email me, at kingobetuna at gmail.com, kingobetuna@gmail.com. So let me read some of these comments and see what you guys are talking about, where you guys are hitting me up from. I see somebody from Kenya up here. It's a lot of my original subscribers too. I really appreciate everybody who's also been tuning in, all of my usual subscribers and whatnot. You guys really do help me out a lot. I don't mention it as often because I'm one of them kind of people where if I help you, it's not something that I really talk about, to other people. So if other people help me, it's the same way. So I do want to give a shout out to, a lot of my subscribers who have donated me to in the past, and some who are currently donating to me right now. And I really appreciate it. Every little bit does, count. And you guys have already seen my cost of living video, so you really do see that stuff does add up, and it does really help me out over here. Even though, because I'm actually not having any support from the U.S. I do have some support. Like I did get my stimulus and whatnot, but when I got the stimulus check, like I said, that went straight to business stuff. So I really do appreciate everybody who does donate to my channel, and anybody who will donate in the future. It really does help the channel grow. As you guys can see, I've gotten more equipment. Now I'm going to focus on traveling soon. So those donations definitely do help, because this stuff is not cheap at all. Especially for foreigners trying to travel, it's a little bit more expensive because a lot of places that I got to go to or would like to go to charges, a different price or a foreign fee basically. So like I said, anybody who does donate, that stuff really does help. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, we're not going to talk about political stuff up here. I don't talk about any political parties here in Uganda. I'm not getting into that. I do hope you guys do go and vote and have a peaceful election. That's all I ask. I'm not getting into who's going to win and none of that stuff. Just follow your constitution. That's the best I can tell you. Yes, definitely. I will not be discussing any kind of politics here in Uganda. Not at all. So, all right. So I've read a few of the comments, and a few people just talking about that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. I did want to drop that little bit of information on you guys so you guys can understand that it's very important for us to stay connected and for us to establish our own systems of sustainability, because very soon I think that we're not going to be able to depend on government resources, and then what little bit of government resources they provide obviously is not enough. So we definitely need to start working together and sticking together. I'm going to do my best to continue to put this information out to you guys, to keep you guys updated in the next couple of days on what's going on. Keep my data up as well. Data is a little expensive for me, but I haven't found my new connection for that one yet for getting new data. It's supposed to be somebody from Liquid Telecom was supposed to call me, but I didn't get a phone call from that individual yet. So pretty soon I'll be able to switch over once I get a new network for that one. And other than that, like I said, you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. I appreciate everybody for watching this live. Y'all stay cool out there. Hopefully there's a peaceful transition of power in America, and then here in Uganda it's also the same. And just wish everybody good luck for whatever it is you're trying to do And once again, stay connected with your people. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to us, and we'll try to reach out to you guys as well. You guys can also, DM me on Instagram, like I said before, King of Batunda, or you can email me at kingofatuna.com. Kingofatuna@gmail.com, excuse me. All right. Y'all bless a wonderful day. Peace.